Next up, I'll show you how to add some extra measures or some calculated measures on this data model. I usually start off in Power BI, especially if the measure is a bit more complex. For this exercise, we're doing simple ones, but I'll still demonstrate the way we go at this. So in Power BI, I can actually create a new measure. I can right-click new measure, or I could use the button on the top ribbon. I could give it a name, for example, original amount, which is basically nothing more than the sum of my sales and my sales discount. So if I start typing here, it'll help me out to fill that in. So what I'm creating here is a piece of DAX code, which I can then use in my data model. This one is just done in this little Power BI sheet. So what I'm going to do, I want to implement this in my data model on my SQL Server. So as soon as I know this calculation works or how it's put together, I create a measure, a custom measure on my data model. In SSAS Tabular, I can again define a formatting here, and I can drag and drop my measures from the right to the left. It'll create parameters in the bottom. That looks great. I always put this calculation in my description so that people using the front end can also see what calculation that is. I'm gonna add another one for the discount percentage. So I'm calling that discount percentage. Of course, in my formatting, this will also be a decimal, but I'm gonna format this as a percentage where I can also set the decimal places if I so want. Let's set them to 0, perfect. And then I can add the measures here. And again, drag and drop. And I can actually calculate with my original amount. And then divide that by my sales and discount amount. I just realized I made an error creating this one because I used the original fields instead of the sum measures. So I need to use these sum measures to calculate this original amount. After this, I can add my product group on my data model as well, and then maybe create a little item hierarchy on it. So again, using F2 to rename these fields. Then add a hierarchy. Give the proper name. And in our Business Central or NAV, that is item category, product group, and item. I can deploy and execute this data model again, and then verify my results in Power BI. You see that after I refreshed my data model, not everything is working, and that's because I overruled the original amount that was set up in this Power BI, and I also renamed a couple of fields. So I'll have to fix this dashboard quickly.